Hi, thank you for joining me tonight. Today's day is December 11th, 2018. About 2 weeks before Christmas. And it's at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's get to work, shall we? So we're going to start the screen share, pull up the trade so you can see what I've been talking about. And things have changed over the last few days because a swipe trade came out on NZDUSD, which is what the trader is that I have. And it is a buy with a 0.01 lot size. The entry price is 0.69586. My stop loss is 0.63586. My take profit is 0.75586. So what has changed is my stop loss is at 6,000 pips or negative $60. My take profit is also at positive 6,000 pips or $60, as you can see here. I'm going to go back into my daytime chart because this is where I like to sit with what is called a naked chart, meaning there is no indicators. I have not marked up the chart, and the reason behind that is due to my medical issues. When I have grand mal seizures, every night as I sleep, I lose my memory by the time I wake up. So it's very overwhelming to have to learn how to, or relearn how to mark up the chart, as well as do the indicators for trading every single day. Most people are able to mark up their charts on every trade and have all the indicators. They don't have to redo it every single day, because when I wake up, I don't understand why I have certain things the way I do. So I trade in the daytime chart. When you're trading, you trade right, but you look left. And the meaning behind that is without the indicators, you go to where the trade is currently at, and you go left until you have pretty close to the same pattern. Start over. I kind of goofed a little bit there. And it is right here. Right about here. So as you can see, it came up, it tested the support and resistance and retest, and it's turned down a little bit. There's no worry here because as you can see, trades always repeat themselves. The pattern that's right here is exactly right here, right in this area. So there's no point, no reason to panic. Because right now, last night when I went to sleep, I was at today at 4 p.m., I was at negative $8.50. And as you can see, currently it's a negative $7.79. So it's actually working like it's supposed to. Patience, consistency, and no emotion in trading. It's really, really important. Now, many people have asked me, why do you trade in the daytime chart? Well, I just told you about my health issues and not being able to mark up my chart. Let me show you something else. Going in the minute time chart, excuse me, I don't see a lot going on here at all. There's not a lot of information. And without the indicators, without marking up your chart, it's extremely risky to trade here unless you have the experience. So I wouldn't do it. 5-minute time chart is still extremely risky on a naked chart without the indicators, without the experience, and without marking up your chart. You can't see exactly what's going on. There's not a clear picture here. Going into the 15-minute time chart, there's some movement, yes, and I can start to see something. However, without the indicators, without marking up the chart, this just has my attention. Not much more than that. I'm taking a look at it and I'm going, maybe it will do something. Let's find out. So going into the 30-minute time chart, it has definitely done something, but it's not a complete picture. Now, don't get me wrong. If you have the experience, you have marked up your charts, you have the indicators on your chart, and you've been trading a minimum of 90 days on a demo, by all means, enjoy the smaller time charts. There's nothing wrong with it. Have fun with it. But not if you don't have all of the things I just mentioned. Every single thing has to be met. Every single rule. We all trade by our own rules. They have to be met to go into a trade. Otherwise, it's extremely risky. And chances of you winning are kind of limited. Going into our time chart, you can see more here. Yeah. But it's still not a complete picture of this trade. It's not a complete story of the trade. It's like reading the first 2 chapters of a book. You don't have the information. You don't know where it's going to go. Things change quickly. Going into the 4-hour time chart, and believe me, I was here, and I thought it was fantastic until one day I realized it only goes back to January 12th of this year. It's not enough time to see what's going on with this trade. I can't see the trend that it's been doing. That's why I ended up in the day time chart. And that is why I can tell you by clicking where the trade is currently at. You can go back, run it back, tell you how this identical pattern trend that was normally there. And that is right about here. And then you can see it's going to continue to do its little test and retest. It's head and shoulders. It's inverted head and shoulders. Supply and demand, it's all right there. But it is definitely going into profit. And that's what we want. Patience, consistency, and no emotion when it comes to trading. Now, I know many people have asked me, where do I get my indicators? Well, there's 5 areas that I look at. Stevenson Lindor and Orrin Wright are educators through iMarkets Live that teach people how to trade from beginner, never seen it before, all the way to advanced. They teach you what you need to know, but to have access to them, you need to be a part of iMarkets Live. Next person is Christopher Terry, who is the CEO of iMarkets Live and has over 25 years of experience in trading. I would advise very strongly to keep an eye on him because he's not going to lead you off. He's not going to lead you wrong. The 4th area is Tracy Walker, who is my sponsor through iMarkets Live, and she holds summits as well as webinars to teach people the basics of setting up their charts, marking them up, knowing when to go into a trade, when to come out of a trade, and all the indicators and training that you need. And she, of course, is part of iMarkets Live, but she also has her own area that she works out of off of Facebook. So you can get access to her by going through Facebook if you want access to her. And the fifth and final place is Swipe Trades, which is an app that goes on our smartphone that is offered through iMarketSlive, but it gives you ideas, not an actual trade, but an idea of one, because we decide where we trade. Each and every person has their own likes and dislikes when it comes to trading with Forex or even the cryptocurrency. The rules are still identical. They still go with it. Saying all that, where I'm going to stop my, before I go, a negative $7.70 isn't bad with a lot size of 0.01, being that my balance is $1,007.09. In a little while, there will be a fee of over 24 hours that the broker will give you. And it's just the privilege of being in the trade for over 24 hours. Many times it's 4 cents. There's times it can go up to 15 cents. But if you paid attention to yesterday to today, I actually got a fee back because I was in profit. So it's pretty decent. And it's a swipe trade. It went into it as a swipe trade earlier today. So it came in the swipe trade signals. And it's awesome. It looks fantastic. Being the holiday seasons with Thanksgiving and Christmas, November and December are pretty difficult months to trade in. So you want to keep your lot size to the minimal to eliminate your risk, your loss to profit risk. You want to keep it minimal. That way you don't lose everything. It's just wise money trafficking. I mean, money responsibility, keeping an eye on how much you may lose or win. Money management is perfect for it. Keep that in mind as you trade. Now I'm going to stop my screen share and see if there are any questions. It's pretty quiet today. Being that it's the holiday season, there's going to be many situations where it's going to be difficult to trade to a certain amount. So keep it to the amount of pips. And a pip is a measurement on the trade. Keep it, for instance, 15 to 30 pips, and you will succeed during this time. Going once, going twice, and gone. Thank you for joining me once again, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. Have a good night or day, depending on where you are in the world when you see this. And bye for now.